A profound yet often overlooked contributor to what is perceived as aging is the progressive disruption of the gut microbiome. The diverse ecosystem of bacteria, archaea, and fungi living primarily in the colon. A healthy gut microbiota produces essential compounds like short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, including butyrate, acetate, and propionate, which fuel colonocytes, strengthen the intestinal barrier, and regulate immune and metabolic health. However, these beneficial metabolites are almost entirely dependent on microbial fermentation of dietary fibers, complex carbohydrates that resist digestion in the upper gastrointestinal tract. Diets low in fiber, especially those based on highly processed, fiber-poor foods common in modern societies, fail to provide the substrates necessary to sustain diverse microbial communities. As fiber intake falls, beneficial bacteria that specialize in fermenting a variety of plant fibers decline, while opportunistic and inflammatory species can overgrow. This state of imbalance, or dysbiosis, leads to thinning of the protective mucus layer in the gut, increased intestinal permeability, leaky gut, and systemic exposure to bacterial toxins such as lipopolysaccharide, LPS, which promote chronic low-grade inflammation. This inflammatory cascade mirrors many hallmarks of aging, including insulin resistance, cognitive decline, and vascular dysfunction. Notably, studies have shown that elderly individuals with low fiber intake have reduced microbiome diversity, lower SCFA production, and higher circulating inflammatory markers compared to older adults consuming fiber-rich diets. These findings strongly suggest that what is often accepted as gut aging, slower digestion, increased gut permeability, susceptibility to infections, and systemic inflammation, is in fact a direct, preventable result of chronic fiber insufficiency. Encouragingly, interventions increasing dietary fiber, particularly from diverse plant sources like legumes, whole grains, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, can rapidly restore beneficial microbial populations, boost SCFA production, improve gut barrier integrity, and lower systemic inflammation even in older adults. In some trials, high-fiber diets in the elderly have been associated with reduced frailty, better cognitive performance, and improved immune responses, outcomes that directly challenge the notion that gut deterioration with age is inevitable. Moreover, traditional dietary patterns in populations with exceptional longevity, such as the Okinawans or Mediterranean elders, are naturally high in diverse, unprocessed fibers. These groups consistently display more youthful gut microbiomes, higher SCFA levels, and fewer signs of systemic inflammation, underscoring that maintaining gut microbial health is possible well into advanced age when dietary fiber needs are met. Ultimately, understanding gut dysbiosis and the resulting systemic dysfunctions as the predictable consequence of long-term fiber deficiency reframes gastrointestinal aging not as a fixed degenerative process, but as a nutritional imbalance amenable to correction. This perspective powerfully supports the broader thesis that aging itself is deeply rooted in malnutrition, specifically in failing to meet lifelong needs for dietary fiber, and that by nourishing our gut ecosystem, we can preserve intestinal and systemic health far beyond what is typically expected in aging populations.